So we're under this new format for the champion profiles. We'll try and keep this short and sweet, but we're gonna talk about Ashe today. And
Ashe.
Ashe is a bit of an interesting change. She just had a nerf to her health, which she was the highest HP tank in the game before it. So now she's a little bit further down the scale. And what you have to look at
Ashe.
with Ashe when you just look at her kit as an overview is you start with her weapon. It is very low damage. It's 400 damage every second. But the strength of that is your ability to apply Cauterize. If you purchase Cauterize, you can use it and apply Cauterize to a small area. The Slugshot card's not really good. Put that as a note. I mean, it helps with confirming damage and giving you a bit more range, but it's not. Losing the AoE is not worth it. Your kinetic burst, basically, that's your L2. You charge up you charge up a shot, and then your next shot is a knockback. Deals slightly more damage, but you're not using it for the damage really. You're using it for the knockback. Your shoulder bash, which it's not a good movement ability. It's good, but it's not for a movement ability. So what happens is you have to charge it up first for about a second, and then you dash forward and you ram into somebody and you apply a knockback and you deal 800 damage. Now the problem with it is this ability can go down cooldown very quickly. A cripple, a stun will knock you right out of it. She gets countered by a lot of other characters because it goes on cooldown no matter what. So a Makoa Hook, Con Grab, Term Stun, Torv. In fact, I actually have a build for Torvald called Middle Finger to Ashe that is literally meant as an anti-nullify build, as a nullify build for Shoulder Bash Ashe.
Ashe.
However, Fortress Breaker is great because Battering Ram, sorry, because it gives you the 90% damage reduction while you're channeling it. So it does let you tank a lot of key high damage abilities, like Sky Bombs and Dredge Ults, things like that normally would force you to use your ult. You have your Fortress Breaker, or your Siege Shield. Your Siege Shield isn't very good. It's small, it lasts 6 seconds, and it goes forward at a decent clip. You don't really get much protection out of it. Fortress Breaker changes that. It makes it move very slowly, so it's almost like a static wall. It gives it even more health, and it gives it more size. It is the best thing you can run, because it forces the enemy team to buy Record to deal with it, or to go through it or around it. You're also nice. Basically, you jump up into the air, and then when you come back down, you stun anybody in a radius, and then you become damage immune for 8 seconds, but only while you're in this little circle of power. And you can get pulled off of it. You will get other Ashes that'll do like knockbacks and stuff like that. Quick overview of the loadouts. I basically have 2 for Battering Ram and 2 for Fortress Breaker. So the 2 for Fortress Breaker, this is more of a flex one. This is Sumo Special. So this is basically, I stole the name, not the build. Just want to give heads up because the name is awesome. But basically, this is a constant cooldown reduction on spamming your shoulder bash. I mean your kinetic burst into your shield. So you got 2 seconds off the kinetic burst, 2 seconds off the shield. So the kinetic burst is at 4 seconds, the shield is at 8 seconds, and then you take another 4 seconds every time you get your kinetic burst. You need a 51-foot ladder. This is a straight shield build. This is got some cooldown reduction off of the kinetic burst. This is increasing the duration. This increases the health of the shield. So it's a 9,000 health shield that lasts for 8 seconds. That's very strong. These 2 are the 2 builds I have for Battering Ram. Succubus Tank is a 50% life rip. And that doesn't seem like a lot, 50% life rip. It actually is. It is a lot more than you expect. You have to realize she deals 400 damage, and you are getting 200 damage per health back from that, from every shot that you deal. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. The amount of life rip that you get can be insane, because it forces a lot of Ashes won't buy Cauterize, but I think Ashe really needs Cauterize in order to confirm damage. The life rip build can completely force it. And then Posers, which is to say, this is a standard knockback build. I have knockback on the shoulder bash, knockback on the connect burst. This is primarily the build you want to go for. It is insane knockback. Anyways, let's jump into a game. Where's she at? No, that's Andra. Ashe.
Ashe.
One of the things you gotta realize with her cards as well is she has a lot of cards that just aren't great. If you look at this card, you can get up to an 875 heal, which is nice, but it's not worth the points. I mean, you can't really get Shoulder Bash up all that often. It's a 15-second cooldown. You take 6 seconds off, put down to 9 seconds. But the fact that it's so easily countered just makes it a problem to me. Another card I would stay away from. I like the knockback card, but that's about it. Another card, Shield Seed, or Seed Shield generating ammo. That's not really that great. The healing one is not that great. You can get up to 400 health over 2 seconds. So basically 200 health per second for every enemy you hit with Kinetic Burst. Not really that great. And then the Elim card is nice, but it's not anything I would really focus around. She doesn't get as much eliminations as one would think. This is also, by the way, the worst map in the game for Ashe, I should imagine. I was hoping I got Marauder's Port. Marauder's Port is like this. When I play Ashe, Marauder's Port is like the one map I want with her because of the knockback. We are using the new skin. We're not using the new weapon. I don't like the new weapon. I do have 2 healers. But no real damage. That's a problem. I have a low level Imani, and they have full damage. Fuck me. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. I am gonna need Cauterize. We do have a GM Maeve. Put Tire on there. Okay, the Imanis are pretty balanced. But basically, Ashe is the queen of knockback. You kind of need resilience to deal with her to keep her from knocking you off. So on maps with edges, she is absolutely deadly on that. Trying to decide between Fortress Breaker and Battering Ram. The knockback won't help. I'm gonna have to go Fortress Breaker because the knockback won't help, and I will go You Need a 51-foot ladder because that has more health in it of the 2 builds. 4850 is not bad. I do have 2 full-on healers, but I need to pick up the COD. I'm gonna have to alternate COD and prepare for battle. Wait, that's not the spray I have equipped. Oh, it changed my spray on me. Ew. I have to fix that, and it changed my horse on me. Fuck me. So Imani is apparently gone Mana Rift. They only have 1 caught.
3, 2, 1, and so it begins.
Fortress Breaker. Ashe is just horrible on this map. Mostly what I'm trying to do is apply the Cauterize to get the tick damage on them. Right there. Mostly what you're going to be doing is bouncing between targets to apply damage. Emoji. No, that.
Come on, let's fight.
Martian ult means don't I do have a lot to and my regeneration. Does have Cauterize. That's like what she's wrecking the rest of them. They have two full healers. I don't recommend Bad shot. bash. That's another problem with the shoulder bash. It's not very easy to control.
Enemy killing spree.
Hear my call. Where's my heal?
I died here.
Enemy killing spree.
I'm just trying to help him. I will go for the spot 3 overload. Actually, my first game held them all day. For that part, I've been up to 2 hours. It's like I've been having application problems, and then using shoulder bash to get in and out is not really that strong. The thing is with the pod, with the cauterize, it makes it so that they can, like, they have a healing tip, but that's not why I'm buying cauterize. I'm buying cauterize because I deal 400 damage, and pretty much you can out heal that with kill to heal 1, basically. So I have to. Not good with Wrecker, but Moji did not ult me properly. Moji should have ulted me when I was in my ult previously, because that would have given him a better chance of survival.
Enemy double kill.
Come on, let's fight.
Trying not to go on the top of that's the whole reason
Hear my call.
Little damage protection zone.
Hey, I just fought this.
Enemy
Got
double
that.
kill.
Starting to move up. Let's grab the flash shield so I can cover against some of their damage. That was a bad move on my part. Not bad, not bad. Especially on actual snap. This is me just trying to apply heavy cauterize, good pressure.
Enemy killing spree.
Not gonna win those fights like that. We are winning fights. Yeah, now it's 40. By the time I get out of it, it'll be about 40.
Show me what you've got. Come on, let's fight.
That's not what I want to
Take
see.
what you want.
Enemy killing spree.
with battering ram could have helped them a little bit.
Too kind.
Oh my god, they caught up.
Let's make this interesting.
Enemy rampage.
Oh fuck. Not having battering rams does get you killed like that, 'cause she really doesn't have any way to defend herself other than her knockback. Get her. There we go. Nice.
You fought well, peasant.
I was close. They did make a good comeback.
Above the rest.
Ash is one of those characters that she really gets into the trenches
Thank you.
and
Thank
can
you.
brawl.
I'll be here all week.
She's a very good sit-on-point tank, and she's a very good push tank. But you have to pick a play style. I did have two good healers there, so I want to give a shout out. It's rare to get good healers in Onslaught. Most of the time, I end up having to be the healer. So to get a game like that where I was actually able to like get in and do some work, that's a good game for me. But I don't know, man. Ash can be fun to play. She can also be really annoying. And one of the things I want to mention when you look at the stats is we had the third highest damage on the team. If you look at, did he go mouse or heals? He did go heals. Nice job on that, Grok. If you look at my damage at 63,000, that seems rather high for a character that deals 400 damage per second. That is entirely on the Cauterize. The Cauterize guarantees. If you look, I outdamage everyone on their team except for the Moji and the Tyra. Buck is 700 damage per second, Amani is 650 damage per second, Pip is 600 damage per second, and we outdamaged them, even though they beat us. We also out-DPS'd our Ying, which, no big deal on that, and the Maeve, who, the Maeve is 800 damage per second. Well, why is that? The Cauterize. You need Cauterize on her, and I had 8 kills. That's the other thing, too. I was not a slouch in the kill department because of our ability to get those kills. The sad part is we didn't even have a lot of healing. I maxed Rejuve for 2 healers that went Life Exchange and Totematic Ward. They got beat by a Pip because of the Cauterize. Me applying Cauterize, their Pip got such good healing. The Moji was pretty decent too on the heals, but I mean it's Toot Moji. So, alright, well, there's some tips for Ash. Thank you all for watching. Have a good day.